Alright, hey, welcome back. Sorry, was getting that Twisted Tea down. Shout out Twisted Tea. No, but hey, welcome back to Stashed Away Thoughts. Myself, Mike, JP's over there. You'll hear him today, obviously. Yet again, this man doesn't understand the assignment. When I ask him to come over and do these episodes, I think he thinks it's a fucking joke now, but it's not. He's wearing more New York Rangers shit. However, today's a good day for him to wear it. JP, do you want to tell us why? Go ahead.
Why is that?
Because last night, the Rangers...
Yeah.
You want to finish it? Go ahead.
Lost in a shootout?
Lost in a shootout.
Who's leading the league?
We love it.
Who's leading the league?
We love it.
Who's leading the league?
Me, the viewers, everybody else, we love it. We love hearing the demise of the fucking Rangers. Because of you.
Who's leading the league?
I want you to know we're here for you.
Who's leading the league?
You keep saying it, I'm ignoring it. We know who it is. It's the Rangers. Right?
Okay.
It's the New York Rangers.
No, I just wanted to say it.
Okay. But I was so excited to have that ready to rip right off the bat. You know a question I actually got on Instagram that I didn't tell you about? Somebody asked me, why does JP's hockey team suck ass cheeks? Swear to God.
Still leading the league.
Dude, it says, why is JP's hockey team ass cheeks?
I bet you was a Flyers fan, right?
It was.
Yep.
And he's not even a real Flyers fan. He went to like his third game ever yesterday.
Does he even know what icing is?
He doesn't. I'm actually gonna look at the camera and ask, do you know what icing is? If you do, please send us a message. Let us know. You know who you are. Tristan Coddington, you know who you are. Do you know what icing is? No, so hey, we got an episode. We got some great feedback just beyond the comment about JP's Rangers. We got some stuff from Instagram, so we're gonna kick it off. We want to answer some of those questions. Now, let this be known right off the rip. Some questions are actually quite funny. All right, I'm gonna address my buddy here. Some questions are hilarious to us, to myself and JP, because maybe we've also had that same question in life. Not gonna say the question, Mr. John Thomas, calling you out. Love you, bud. You're also a Rangers fan, weirdly enough that you had this question. But anyway,
Damn straight, baby.
Your question that you asked us, I don't want to say the question, but I do want to give you an answer. Yes, it's real. It's not a unicorn. Boom, I'll leave it at that. All right? But, yeah, some questions we just cannot put out on our Instagram. Hilarious, but not for everyone. Anyway, moving on. So, JP, what are some things that we got to talk about?
Dude, so obviously the new year, one of my biggest pet peeves is New Year resolutions and New Year, new me type of bullshit that you hear all the time.
Yeah.
So I guess we start with goals within this year that you set, or end goals in life, really. Let's
like
shift
for
it
me
that way, yeah.
So I got these things. There's two of them. They're fucking saddlebags, muffin toppers, fucking grips. If someone were to take me from behind, I've got love handles. All right, and I need to get rid
I
of.
was like, where are you going with this?
I need to get rid of those. That is my biggest thing. If I had a goal, and I know the question actually said...
As you're slamming Twisted Teas at 11 o'clock in the morning.
That's different. It's fucking football Sunday. Sunday fun day. My buddy Tony asked me this question, right? He asked us this question. But he also said, by what any mean, like to the end of any means, or what, I don't know how to phrase that. Anyway,
what's an end to your means?
Yeah. If that means how far would I go?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I would cut them off me. I would cut them off my body. Probably
So you'd go have plastic surgery?
Yeah. I cannot get rid of these things.
Dude,
I have a better chance of getting rid of my wife and kids than getting rid of my fucking love handles.
So what's funny is, right, out in Pendleton, there's a plastic surgeon, and you'll see ads on the 5, on the highway and everything like that.
Yeah.
Right by base. It's like, hey, do you need to make weight? You know, come see me. Like, in a day.
Been on BCP
yeah.
too long.
they'll suck out like 5 or 10 pounds off of your body. Boom, just like that. Swear to God, bro.
That's why I'm now getting orders of Valentine's.
I was like, dude, that is the sickest
Any means.
ad. That is like actually doing an ad to your audience. You know what I mean? Because like, imagine driving home and you're like, dude, like I'm about to get written up because I'm overweight. Like, you know, and you're sitting there like, dude, I'm only like 5 pounds, but I can't lose these 5 pounds. And you're like, ooh, wait, hold on. A couple $100, go see this guy, 5 or 10 pounds off.
Yeah, that's wild. I wonder how fast it works too. Like, is it an overnight thing?
Yes, it's like they suck the fat right. It's like liposuction.
Dude, I need that. That's what I need. I actually need that 100%. So yeah, I guess another goal is to really like get this podcast going. So all the listeners can help me with that goal. If you want, if you don't mind, that'd be cool. Yeah, but I kind of you don't like New Year's resolutions?
No, I absolutely hate them. They're the dumbest thing. It's literally just another day, and it's crazy because people are like, well, it's your birthday. Like, how do you not see it different? Like all this stuff. I'm like, I don't.
But birthday's different. Birthday's different than New Year's resolution.
No, like my birthday's on New Year's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that
like,
sucks.
No, I don't really care about it, right? Like, my wife tries to make a big deal out of it every single year. Like, my mom came out here and visited us this year. And
have you ever had a good New Year's resolution?
No, because I don't make them.
You had to at some point. Even as a kid, you can't remember the last one you ever said? Like, no, this year is going to be...
I don't remember ever saying a New Year's resolution.
Do you have any specific goals this year?
This year?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it?
To get promoted, dog.
Okay. That's a good one.
Right? Or to get selected for a warrant officer, one of those two.
Okay.
Give me one. I'll take one.
All right. If Rangers win the Stanley Cup or
I can't. That's not really a goal for me.
No. I know, but you're in here wearing it.
Okay.
Like my goal, to lose my love handles, right? Or have the fucking Eagles win the Super Bowl. I'll take a love handle on the neck. I'll take a love handle on my fucking upper back. I'll take love handles everywhere. I want the fucking Eagles to win the Super Bowl.
So you would rather...
I'd rather get fat as fuck.
If God came down and was like, I'm about to put 30 pounds on you right now, that you won't be able to lose for the next 3 years.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
Damn, okay.
Go Birds. I do it for my city. I do it for the city.
Would you eat horse shit for your city?
Yes. Yep. Any other... I got quick answers. Anything else you can color out anything? The answer is yes. Yes. Yep.
No, but I mean, no. It's saying like, oh, would you rather see the Rangers win a cup or get promoted this year? I would say get promoted because that's like my own personal thing, right? Like, it's just,
yeah.
I don't. That doesn't. If the Rangers,
yeah, because the Rangers win the cup doesn't mean real shit for you. To be honest.
The Rangers win the cup. Like I'm excited.
You just have a cool fan.
I'm all about it. Like I have a good memory, and then I got to drop like $300 on new gear that says Stanley Cup winners. So like I'm losing money on top of that. Like
that is true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like you got to buy all the shirts. You got to buy the jersey with the Stanley Cup logo on it, right, and all that. But
yeah, because you don't want the old shit.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I don't have any updated, like, flyer stuff. Except for, like, if I have stuff that's, like, a hat, it's just the one single logo. Nothing on it about All-Star Game or fucking Stanley Cup of fucking, 2010 when we lost to the Blackhawks. It doesn't have shit about anything like that. It's just a plain Flyers hat.
Yeah, I don't have... The most updated Rangers thing I have is my Lady Liberty jersey that I got last year.
Now that we're about to talk about this, because... I am a firm believer that it actually sucks buying jerseys for sports players.
Yes.
I don't know how we really got to this topic, but I'll just cover it real quick, and I know you're going to agree. Like, my buddy got the Twins Titans jerseys. He's a Titans fan. One of them got Derrick Henry, dope. The other one got A.J. Brown on the Titans, who is now an Eagle. Now, luckily in this household, that works that way. However... she only had it for like a couple months and then homie was out of Tennessee.
Yep.
I cannot stand... like, I have a Shane Gostisbehere jersey up there. A sick one.
Great player.
Sick from when he represented North America. You know when they broke up the World Cup hockey, and then Team North America? I have a North America jersey with Shane Gostisbehere.
Nice.
That one I'll wear because it's not just Flyers.
It's not one team, yeah.
Yes. But however, like the Flyers jersey up there, I think the only safe spot for people getting jerseys is if it's a classic. Yeah. Like wearing a Randall Cunningham one, a Brian Dawkins one, Brian Westbrook. Like I'm talking just Eagles. Mike Vick. Even if you had a Mike Vick Atlanta Falcons one.
Yeah.
Even if you had a Mike Vick one from... Oh, no, that was it. Why am I thinking he went somewhere else?
Falcons Eagles.
I don't know why I thought he was a Raven at one point, but maybe it's just Lamar Jackson reincarnated. No, so I think it's very difficult for people to buy jerseys, and then that guy just leaves.
Yeah, it's tough. My wife bought me a Odell Beckham jersey the year before he was traded from the Giants.
Like, good God.
The year before, right? And then, but luckily, the next one she got me, because we talked about it and everything like that, was Sean Taylor. So it was like...
A great one.
Retired.
Great one to have.
One of the greatest players to ever play football.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Sean Taylor.
Not Sean Taylor, sorry.
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor.
I was thinking for a minute.
No, so
either way, you're not wrong. Yeah. Great player either way.
I was watching a Sean Taylor video this morning. That's why I thought Sean Taylor. And then the Rangers is Messier, who's retired.
Yep.
He brought the cup to New York.
Yep.
Lundqvist, who's one of my favorite goalies ever.
Yeah, regardless of... That's like a thing, too, is like... How do you feel about, like, if you were a Penguins fan and you got a Marc-Andre Fleury, but then he literally just went... Didn't they win the cup?
Well, it doesn't matter because Marc-Andre Fleury won 3 cups for them. So that jersey is... I think that is absolutely okay.
Okay.
Because Messier left New York.
Versus like getting a Melvin Gordon one and then he's like on every team ever.
Yeah,
in the NFL.
That's a little bit different. It's like if those players have like contributed something to your team, then...
What do you think is a better one to have for Peyton Manning? The Broncos one or the Colts one?
Either one. Because he brought a Super Bowl to both.
Okay, I like that. What about Tom Brady? Patriots or Tampa Bay?
Either one.
I think the Patriots one is worth more.
Yes, because he won more there.
Yeah, I just think like that, when people think of Tom Brady, some people actually forget that he even stayed and went to Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Dude, so I was actually listening...
Shaquille O'Neal has a plethora of jerseys.
Yeah, but it's
So
Shaq.
does LeBron.
But it's Shaq. No, LeBron only has 3.
What?
Yeah.
Heat,
Cleveland,
Lakers, Cleveland.
That's it.
Toon Squad.
Okay, Toon Squad, I guess.
Yep. USA. McDonald's All-American.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
His high school jersey.
Yeah. Oh, the Irish. Where did he go? He went to like St. Mary's, right?
Yeah, St. Mary's, I think, something in that manner. Dude, I was listening to a radio station, right? And one of the guys, obviously, you know who he is, Rick DiPietro.
Yep,
right?
goalie for the Islanders.
His co-host is
one of my buddy's favorite players. Sorry about that.
He was a great player.
Yeah. My buddy Zach, huge Islanders fan.
Yeah.
And my buddy Zach played goalie growing up, so he wanted to be DiPietro.
Yeah.
But go ahead, my bad.
So
shout out Zach.
His co-host is a massive Rangers fan, right? So he's like, hey,
and they do well together.
Oh, amazing!
Which is kind of wild to me, to be honest.
And he asked him, he was like, hey, to show like your friendship and your love for me, I'm gonna get you an Islanders DiPietro jersey signed and framed, and you can hang it up in your man cave. And he was like, nope, won't do it.
So DiPietro offered to give him
a
jersey signed that clearly doesn't need any authenticity because he's doing it right there.
Yes, but it was an Islanders one.
And the guy wouldn't take it because he's a
He was like, I'll take a USA jersey from you.
Oh, that's legit.
Or a BC jersey because he went to
Boston College. See, the USA one I'd take all day.
But he was like, no, I want you to show your love for me that you will put up this jersey just because it's me. Now, would you do that?
Would I do that?
Let's say right now, right, you're an Eagles fan.
Yep.
I'm a Giants fan. Let's say we're doing this podcast. I have played for the Giants. I retired.
I'd take your Giants one.
I say, hey, I'm going to get a Giants jersey framed and signed for you.
I would take your Giants one. And I'll be honest, as much as I've fucking long lived Philadelphia, right? I said I would take love handles. I'd probably take an illness right now for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. However, though, as a friend, because this actually kind of ties into my next topic that I want to talk about, like small successes. Like we talked about the goals, right? And I said my goal is for this podcast, our podcast, to fucking launch, right? I'm a firm believer that if you're a friend not supporting your friends, you're not really doing the friend things. In today's society, especially with like social media, now this isn't to make a stab at anybody out there that's like, oh, this fucking guy's talking about me. No, this is just me saying, like, that's even for like now in certain circumstances, like if your wife was over here making t-shirts on like our cricket, right? Or making t-shirts and starting her own t-shirt company, I would rock one. I would rock one in the gym. I'd rock one wherever I'm going, grocery store, fucking doing the podcast, whatever. Because it's just one of those things. Now, tying it back to your jersey, if you were a New York Ranger, depends on how much you pissed me off, right? Being a Flyers fan, but I would still take it. There's no doubt that I can't celebrate your success by hanging it. Now, I'll tell you what, it's going up there where we can't see it out of the camera. It's probably on the ceiling, right? Because I don't ever fucking look up. All right? But anyway, no, I would definitely take it. Because that's insane. No matter the career. It's like watching guys, two rivals in the NFL. They trade jerseys. You ever seen that?
Yep.
Even basketball players do it. That you might have been at that dude's neck all night. Basketball, you both are guarding each other. You're fucking talking shit, right? I just saw something about Max Crosby. You know how much I love this man.
Dude, the man is an absolute animal.
He literally goes at everybody at 110 miles an hour.
Yes.
Pat Mahomes.
Have you seen that he has played every single defensive snap this year?
It's insane.
Every single defensive snap for the Oakland Raiders.
He has zero fucking quit, zero chill. So anyway, he has a video out of where Gardner Minshew's talking about his interaction with Max Crosby. And he's like, he called me a little boy.
Yeah.
Like, little ass boy. Is great.
He was like, I may be little here, but not everywhere.
But he like, even after he tackled him, he held him up.
Yep.
And he's still talking shit. He does it to Pat Mahomes. They face him two times a year, and Pat Mahomes still gives Max Crosby credit, even though he's fucking in your face.
I honestly believe that Pat Mahomes doesn't like him. I think Max Crosby is like a competitor, and he competes, and he will respect the shit out of you, and he respects the shit out of Pat Mahomes. I think Pat Mahomes is kind of a little baby, and gets butthurt with Max Crosby.
What? Dude, I mean, would you not be annoyed? If you're scrambling for your life,
man, but
and you got Mad Max chasing you it's every fucking play.
But you gotta respect it, dude.
I know, that's just hard work, dude. Yeah. Keep working, you fucking... Yeah. I think he has this thing called, like, Condor season or something. Dude, it's Condor year for you, my man. If you ever hear this, it's Condor year. Anyway, so let's go back to the goals. I guess we really rambled on about, like...
We did a little bit.
But it does tie in.
It does with the successes, like you were saying.
Yeah, because like in society, you want to celebrate each other's successes. Wow, I can't even. You want to celebrate your achievements. I'm gonna stay with the word success. Dude, I can't even say it again. Success, motherfucker. Yeah, because with New Year's resolutions, I'm all about when people knock those out. I hate the people that knock somebody for going to the gym for the first time. I'm in a very public gym. Me and my wife both belong to a very, very fucking public gym where people are almost half naked working out. That's how public this Larry is. So I don't like the look of like when people come in and they're like, oh, that's a new person for the year. Let them do their damn thing. Let them figure out if their New Year's resolution is to lose 20 pounds or to fucking gain muscle mass or to just take all the fucking trend they can in the world. Let them do their thing.
Help them out.
Yeah. If you know, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt you.
Like Joey Swole on TikTok.
Always getting after people.
Dude, I love that man. That man is awesome.
He is absolutely a trend sandwich, though.
He is massive.
I'll call him out. He is
massive.
He is too big to not be on some kind of gear.
Massive.
Some kind of update.
Hook me up with who's hooking you.
Shit looks like a paid subscription.
Send me some of what you're taking.
Bro, yeah, spare some.
Yeah.
If I looked like that, you think I'd be fucking concerned about love handles?
No. You think he is?
I am a love handle at that point. Fuck. No, so I think to kind of answer that question, yeah, my New Year's goal really is to get rid of my love handles, just stay in shape. I think JP and me kind of have the same one as like a professional goal, like keep excelling in the Marine Corps. Hopefully get those promotions. Hopefully get those, for JP, that selection of warrant officer, and because I just wish that the universe really played a helping hand into some of these goals.
Yeah.
Hear me out. There are some people out there that don't need any more goals. This is a selfish thought. This is my actual stashed away thought. Fuck you if you're getting all the goals.
Like Elon Musk doesn't need any more goals.
Yeah. Like, I want to see him kind of go bankrupt. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I want to see some... Now, I don't know the whole story of Elon Musk, so maybe he did come from some real hard times. However, let's go ahead and let's reset him. Let's bring it back and let's regroup, make him try again. Like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I would love for the podcast to take off, and I think just small benefits. But I would love to also, if anybody is like, hey, can you help put my ideas out there? Not that I'm saying I'm some fucking Lord and Savior. Me and JP ain't fucking famous whatsoever. We're famous at work. I'll say that. At our workplace, we're famous. People think
famous or infamous?
Both. Wednesdays.
I think some people would say infamous.
I don't even know what that word means, if I'm being real. Can you hit me with that?
So infamous is like negatively famous, right? So, like,
I think that depends on who's looking. Like, who? I think in the eyes of the Master Sergeant of the Four, I'm not gonna say his name. The Master Sergeant of the Four, we are famous.
Okay.
In the eyes of the Major that works in the Four, we are infamous. At least I am. I think
we all are. It's like
I need to get him to sit down.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so he can rip me. Maybe I'll do like a roast session where he can just roast me for an hour.
And he is funny.
You're funny looking. Yeah, I hope he hears this. You heard it here first.
He is hilarious, dude.
He is a mix of Asian and small man syndrome.
He is.
I'll tell him that.
Hilarious.
I'll tell him that. But anyway, so yeah, I think if anybody's got some goals, maybe to help build this episode, we'll put out. Everybody's done it though. What's your goals? Tell me your goals. But for real, tell us your goals and how can we help? What can we do? Let us help, because that's what a community does. Anyway, what else we got, JP? I don't want to keep rambling on about something you hate.
No, it's not that I hate it. It's just like people make such a big deal about it. Like, just go on, move on. Like, if that's your goal, like, cool. Like, and go out and do it. You don't have to post it everywhere that you're doing this or that, or that this is your thing. Like, just go out there and do it. But moving on. Toxic masculinity and how it leads to mental health.
All right, so I know who hit me with this question. I don't know if they want the shout out, but I hear you. And I actually laid in bed and did some research. Because to be honest, I didn't know what toxic masculinity was. I assumed that it was like the overpowering feeling from a male, in the sense of that you're the only dominant person in the room. All right, real quick, I'll tie it to mental health. It probably happens more often than not. Now, how toxic it becomes with the mental health issues, that's the problem, I think. I don't think there's any issue with a man saying, I'm fucking in charge, right? I'm the breadwinner. I'm the absolute example. Like, I'm a dad of 4 girls, if I'm being real. I want to be the example of how a man should be.
Yep.
I don't think that's the toxic part. The toxic part would be if I made them feel inferior because I'm a man.
Yep. Because
of my own issues. Now, how that ties to mental health for me is if some things I looked up in relation were physical appearance, sexual mentality. So toxic would be in the sexual world, right? So a little vulgar here, but in the sexual world, it would be if a man has to feel like he has a big dick.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has to physically think he has a big dick. And if he's not feeling that way, then he doesn't feel like he's pleasing to a woman, so then he feels like he's inferior. Does that make sense? Am I on the right spectrum a little bit?
Yeah.
And then socially, then how it affects us, that masculine person is it's toxic when we don't look for help. So men but some people are just designed that way. I know females too that don't reach out for help.
Yep.
I know. I feel like today's society though, if you look at Instagram, obviously depending on what you're viewing in the algorithm and however that adds up, 1+1=1. My Instagram feed is a lot of gym stuff. There are some girls out there that are way more yoked than me. Do you think that makes me feel a little inferior? Absolutely. But am I getting vengeful about it? No.
Yeah.
Am I going on that chick's Instagram and downplaying her? Talking about her small boobs or no ass or fucking probably doesn't get any action? No. So I think when it becomes toxic is how you're branching out on others.
Yeah.
And I also read some reports and some studies last night for how some men take it to the extent of physical abuse and emotional abuse and financial abuse and all that. And that to me is wild. But see, me and you are probably not good at this because we both know at least I was raised by a single mom. You had mentioned that your dad was there but not always around and all that. So I would say that my mom had masculine traits but had to.
Yeah.
Because she was a independent single mom. So that mentality of not needing anybody else, doing it all on your own, that's kind of what I took away from masculinity. Now when it becomes toxic is how I think you're portraying it on others or not giving yourself the chance to get help.
Yeah.
In the mental health world. I'll let you touch on it if you got something because I kind of throws me for a loop because I don't think of masculinity as being toxic. What I think is toxic is the way that you're, the effect, the cause of masculinity. The effect can be toxic masculinity, which can go further into not getting help for yourself.
Yeah.
But go ahead, if you look like you got something.
No, so it's tough because toxic masculinity really is a very, very new term. It really wasn't around any type of readings or writings until 2016 with all of the Me Too movements and Donald Trump and all that stuff. So it's.
You could take it back to the Bible.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Probably, yeah.
The Bible, again, I'm not quoting, I don't have the reference, I'm not sourcing the Bible, but I thought it always said something along the lines of the man is the head of the household.
I think some parts.
I don't want to bring religion in this because I don't like politics, religion, or finances.
Yeah. No, but it's something that is extremely new, right? And then people took off with it and ran with it, right? But like you stated, right? I was mostly raised by my grandmother and my mother. I was raised with women around the house. I have 2 daughters, right? And I'm married. So I think we're in the same boat of toxic masculinity is when you take it there. I think it's a bad term. I don't think it should be toxic masculinity because how you said it, you can also see it in women.
Yeah, would you be upset if your wife was making more money than you?
No.
See,
please do.
But apparently, but that's what I was reading, that there are people that feel so inferior when their significant other or their wife is making more money than them, and I think that's bad shit. I tried to convince my wife to sell her underwear. Give them that train. Yeah, sell your farts in a jar.
Yeah.
Some weirdo out there is gonna pay you a pretty penny.
I think it's just being toxic, though. It's not toxic.
I would say the only toxic masculinity trait that came out of that discussion between me and my wife selling her underwear is that I'm actually just upset nobody would buy my underwear. That's why I'm fucking upset. That's where I would discredit the idea of selling the underwear because why is nobody buying mine? I've been putting it out there. I'm looking at all y'all. I've been putting it out there. It comes with skid marks and all. Yeah. So anyway, no, I think that was a great question, and we like to do a lot of stuff with mental health, and I don't know if that fully answered, the question entirely, but it kind of just said, have a conversation about toxic masculinity in our opinion. So that was our opinion. That I don't think, I agree. I don't think, I think toxic is when it's affecting others and your lifestyle, and you're not being able to take care of yourself or others.
Yeah, and I think
But masculinity, I don't have an issue with.
No, and I think a lot of people say
I also don't have an issue with strong independent women or strong women in general. Not even independent, strong, dependent women, because that's a thing too.
Yeah.
Like my wife is stronger in areas than I am.
Absolutely.
100%. 100%. Maybe I have I'll say this, me versus my wife, I'm definitely stronger with handling like death and goodbyes and all that. But my wife is definitely stronger on the financial front, to be honest.
Yeah.
She'll be the first one to be like, dude, don't buy that shit. Like, put the fucking debit card down. All right, freeze, dirtbag. Like, stop moving. Stop buying. So, like, but again, I find appreciation in that. Do I think she's controlling me economically? Absolutely not.
No, because
But she's making the best move for our family.
Yeah, it's the
when
same
I
way
want to
for
buy
me.
something stupid.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Like, my wife handles
like
all the
these
bills.
flip-flops. But they're actually sick, though, right? For those that can't see, it's like the Grim Reaper. He's coming out of water, and he's like, bah.
Did you need to buy those, though?
I did. I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Toxic masculinity. I felt I had to buy these.
No, but like, my wife pays all the bills. She's the one that handles all the financial like problems with it. If something happened and like I needed to go pay the bills, I don't know what bills we have. She's the one that handles all that.
Oh.
Right? So she has access to all the accounts.
That's
she
my
handles
wife
everything.
too, actually. Financially, yeah, she's the stronger one.
So like, and then people may think like, oh, now you're not masculine.
Can I say something fucked up?
Go ahead.
I almost said probably the wrongest thing. If she listens, sweetheart, love you. Don't take this the wrong way. If my wife were to die before me at some point in time, I hope it's while I'm in the Marine Corps. I know that sounds so rough, but hear me out. Because financially, I would be fucked without my wife.
Yeah, 100%.
I would have to absolutely bank on the fact that I would be getting her death gratuity.
Yep.
That the Marine Corps knowingly pays out when you lose a significant
to buy you like some time to like get the handle.
So I can at least get a car paid off.
Yeah.
Before I'm fucking in deep. Then we're talking real issues.
Yeah.
You're talking single dad with four kids, and bills that he doesn't know how to manage really well.
Yep.
That is the disaster.
The only thing that
if I died before my wife's gravy. My wife's money.
600 D's, baby.
Money. And she could still sell underwear. I'm giving her like full. This is my attempt to tell her like it's okay.
Hey, knock.
Yeah.
Like,
seriously, listen. Sell the underwear, except the green ones.
No, the only thing I'd be able to bank on is my wife keeps like an Excel sheet of all of our bills and like how much goes every month and like.
What if she deleted it before she died?
Yeah, I'd be fucked.
Dude, you're like talking to the urn, like if your wife was in the urn, right? Or the grave, and you're like, where did you put it? Where is the fucking master sheet?
What is the password of the mortgage?
Dude,
Jesus.
I've used your birthday, your maiden name. I've done our anniversary date. I've done both kids' birthdays. My birthday. What is it? Did you have a dog when you were growing up that you didn't fucking tell me about? What street did you grow up on? We never discussed this. Like, yeah, so I don't think toxic. I think that I am masculine in different areas, but I also think my wife is just superior in other areas. So
I think it's a phrase that is overused.
But I also do believe that sometimes, this could be the wrong way, but I don't think feminine's a bad thing. I think it's how you do it. Femininity, right? Am I saying
Femininity.
It's like in the Finding Nemo when he's like, and then the no, because my second oldest, she's very sportsy, very gamey, doesn't like to do the whole makeup scene, doesn't like to wear a dress, whereas my oldest is absolutely all of those things. I'm pretty sure she came out in a wedding dress already when she was born. It was wild. Yeah. She came out watching Pretty Little Liars. Whereas like my second oldest, she came out watching Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I don't have an issue with that and never would.
No, absolutely not.
And it's mind blowing to me that there are some that would. And this kind of ties in if you looked up some of the shit that I sent you, or maybe I didn't send you anything like that. If you were looking it up, a lot of it has to do with today's like identifying gender roles. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
So like identifying gender roles, like people's quick stereotype gender role for a man is strong, provider, yeah, breadwinner, aggressive, maybe.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
Yep.
blocked. So like I mean in the sense of like blocking out emotion.
Yep. Emotionless. Yeah.
Yeah. And then for females or wives or moms is taking care of the kids. Sometimes no job.
Taking care of the house.
Taking the homemaker,
Yeah.
right?
Emotional.
Emotional. Over emotional. Financially controlled.
Yep.
Like
I understand what you're saying.
like if the like a gender role would be like if the husband's making the money, he's making the decisions.
Yeah.
Now in my house that doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Like in reality. So I just think like the gender role thing ties into it and all that. That kind of like in my college class I had to do intro to intro into human sexuality.
Okay.
And I had a discussion where it was like write a script, you as the parent talking to your daughter as she's about to go through puberty. And you had to write a script. That was the assignment, like legit. Dad says blank blank blank.
Yeah.
Daughter responds with blank blank blank. And like I got a fucking I think a D on it, right? I got a D because my instructor didn't like that I was honest, and he started hemming me up for these gender role things because I assumed gender role. Because in the opening line it says, daughter was crying. I asked daughter, what's wrong? How was school today? Are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm nervous. My one friend went to the nurse. She was bleeding. I don't really know what's going on, Dad. Like, it makes me nervous. And I'm like, okay. And then I put, how like in an actual play script it says like an action, like what the person's doing, but then they have their line. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like in the kitchen making pizza. And then, hey, what kind of toppings do you want? It's so like the screenwriters can see.
In the middle of it, yeah.
I put in my box quotations, looks around for mom. And my teacher fucking got my ass for it. Because he didn't like that I assumed my gender role as a dad, that I wouldn't look for mom to be like, hey, can she handle this question? I know what's about to be talked about. I'm looking around for mom as I'm going to go through. I did it as like a little joke because that's who I am. Yeah. But that to me is real. Why Absolutely. Would I not use my wife as the tool in that moment? Absolutely. It's like if I had a little boy and he got a boner for the first time, I should probably be the one to talk to him about it.
I would expect your wife to like look at you like, hey, you should probably handle this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even like a you should probably handle it. It's like you have the knowledge for this.
I don't. Exactly, yeah.
I don't. I'm willing to learn too. And I think that's where people get it misconstrued, like over the gender role thing. I'm willing to learn, but that's if I have the tool to do it, why would I not use it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a little bit harder for us to speak on this because both of us have a pretty good like 50-50 relationship in our life, right?
Oh yeah.
With our wives.
We're not the ones for this.
Yeah, and we don't like it doesn't matter to me. Like my wife can pay all of the bills. Like me handling money isn't making me feel weaker. Like my wife can handle things around the house. Can also make sure that the cars are kept up with. Make sure that
like maintenance.
Yeah, which I handle. So like she doesn't handle it. But I'm saying like if it was the other way,
she would know where to go with it and all that and whatever.
Yeah, like we can do every single aspect of it, but for our life, it works doing the things, right? Like I do laundry. I do the laundry in the house, right? I cook most of the meals in the house for dinner. I do a lot of the dishes as well, right?
I think it depends on how you were raised.
Yeah.
It comes back to it.
It like to me it doesn't.
I'm not feminine because like I don't mean to cut you off, but
no,
I think perfect example. You said you're raised by your grandmother and your mother.
Mostly, yeah.
And mine was raised by mom.
Yeah.
That doesn't make us less masculine.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest. Here's my opinion, and you're not gonna like it. I think it makes us smarter in this discussion.
How so?
Because we understand like it's not about the man or the woman doing the stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
My mom did it for survival.
Yeah.
My mom worked 3 jobs. She was the breadwinner. Because if she just sat around and waited for a man to do those things, I probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Now, if I only thought of my mom as being, oh, why doesn't my mom do the dishes? Why doesn't my mom do the laundry? I would have never learned how to do that shit on my own when I needed to.
Yep.
Maybe that's like where because I also had a brother in the house who was significantly older than me, 22 years older than me. He was more of a baby than I was, straight up, and he was a 50-year-old baby at one point.
Yeah.
My mom was doing all his shit, so the way I saw it is, I need to learn how to do the laundry. I need to learn how to do the dishes. I need to learn how to fucking fold my clothes, clean the toilet, clean the shower. I didn't have. This is something I was actually going to do for stand-up, because I was actually going to try and do stand-up, and this was going to be like discussion, but I'll rip it right here. I didn't learn shit from my dad except how to be let down.
Yeah.
Real talk. And there's a lot of stuff that I learned from my mom that I am grateful for. But the things I need to learn from a man, I couldn't learn from my mom. Examples. Shaving my face. My mom never had to shave her face. So, shaving my balls. My mom doesn't shave her balls. Here's a strong one. Sending someone a nude photo. Do you think I wanted to learn from my mom how to send the appropriate nude photo? But here's where I'm going with this. Like, I learned so many great things from my mom as she was filling both roles. But there are some things that you have to learn from a certain individual, I think, in your life. When you're that, like, and this goes back to the female getting their menstrual cycle, to boys going through puberty and getting their first boner, like, that's erection, for being correct. Like, those are things I think should be taught by, it's not gender role in my mind. It's having the resource. It's like having the on the job resource.
Yeah. It's the experience. Like
if I need ammo from you, or if I need ammo and I have questions about ammo and shit, do you think I'm gonna ask my fucking master sergeant in Motor T, or I'm just gonna go to the guy who does the job?
Yeah.
The answer's simple. It's the guy who does the job.
Yeah, it's just the experience on it.
It's not to neglect that my master sergeant hasn't seen it in his illustrious career, but it's like, that's the reason why. If I want, like, I don't know. I could go on comparing all this shit, but we can move on from this.
No, yeah, I think that was good. I think we covered it pretty well.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck, that's rough.
Yeah, that was long.
Some stuff I just, I don't like to I don't want to ever force an opinion, but I'm not gonna shy away from like saying like what we're feeling.
No.
But at the same time, like it gets tough, because so many people take what you're saying and they hear what they want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, somebody probably is gonna listen to this and be like, "Wow, he is absolutely
one of the biggest douchebags in the world."
Well, people already know that. People already know. I'm drinking fucking twisted tea, for Christ's sake. I'm a douchebag. I'm also vaping at the same time, and I'm wearing a beanie inside. Yes, I'm a douchebag. I'm also from Philadelphia. Long live Philly. All right, douchebag coming at you. I think what people would, I'm afraid they would tie the idea of like, wow, he is, he's using gender roles a lot, like in a negative way. Yeah. Which that's not my intention. But it's like, I just truly believe, like, why would I not want my wife to teach my daughters about the menstrual cycle?
But at the same time, you're not using gender roles, because your wife does a lot of things that some toxic masculine person may say...
Fuck. Go ahead.
May say is a masculine role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, it's the dumbest thing. That's why I said toxic masculinity is a very, very strong word that is overused, I believe. And like we stated, like, both of our situations is very to the point of where we don't believe in those things. So that's why it's kind of tough.
No, I like that. Actually, can we take a quick break?
Yep.
All right, so hold on. Before we take a quick break, one more little shout out real quick, just because yours truly, and my wife actually, so I'll count this as like a little ad while we're taking a break. But Bucked Up supplements. If you're going to Bucked Up and you want some great supplements, pre-workouts, proteins for females and males, or whatever you're into, right? At checkout, use CAPTDILF13. That's CapDILF13 at checkout for a percentage off. Can't really remember what it is, but it's going to give you something off. I think it's 10%. But anyway, you can also use my wife's. I'll give her the shout out here. LTMILF15. I don't know why she picked 15. Like she's trying to be better than me. Gender roles. Anyway, LTMILF, Lieutenant Mill 15 at checkout for 10% off from her as well. But yeah, anyway, we'll take a short break. Appreciate you. Yeah, sorry, I gotta get a vape.